I normally don't feel this way, but now I'm getting a little annoyed. I made a discussion talking about this whole exploit and ban situation. And of course, whenever I make videos like that, so many people have a lot to say in the comment section. Well, right now, we're about to make it plain, okay? I've been reading your comments, and I think more people than not are for the bans. And at first, I thought it'd be okay to just voice my opinions and share my thoughts about how I felt. After all, they are my opinions. And for some reason, people get butthurt about them. But now, I need to make it clear in case you didn't hear me. And by the way, if you've only been playing The Division 2 for less than a year, then respectfully, I don't think you can really have a say in this unless you've done the research as to what Massive has put us longtime players through during this whole 5-year period. So if you're coming from a place of just straight up, well, if you exploit, you get banned. No, it's not that simple. At least not in this game. And I totally get that perspective in general. I do. But only when there's consistency involved. Let me explain. I and so many other content creators have made videos about this, and a lot have actually left the game because the state of it and how it's treated as consumers. When the Division 2 first came out, we thought that it would be an evolution of what we had in Div 1. But no, there was alteration in the gameplay which only benefited PvE for the most part, which we all know is the moneymaker. The majority percentage of players that play the Division 2 are PvE players. There are some who still play PvP, but overall the consensus is that it's bad. In general, the game is made for PvE, that's clear, and PvE players talk about the Dark Zone like it's the worst thing in the world. There's much controversy that surrounds it, it's always been, and that's because of how unique it is in a way that it really gives people anxiety to be in there. The disappointment felt when getting ganked. It got to the point where players even asked the developers to make the DZ an all PvE experience. Well, listen up. And here's how disconnected the devs are from PvP in general and how to integrate it into the game successfully so that everyone is happy and how it should be introduced into the game. And this one change, believe it or not, will fix the problem that PvE players have. Give the player a choice as to whether or not they want to play the DZ with PvP or without it. Simple. This one change will fix all these complaints about the controversy surrounding that aspect of the DZ. But let me get back to my point because I'm kind of straying away. The development team clearly does not care about PvP more than they do PvE. And that's just business. PvE makes them more money. So my opinion about it was, why would you ban players for getting an advantage in a game mode that you don't care about? I already said as a developer myself that I would not want players to exploit my game either. But that's only in the realm of consistency. And this goes back to me saying, if you haven't been playing this game or know what's been going on for the last 5 years, then honestly, your opinion on bans in this game don't hold much weight because the developers of this game have been inconsistent. They abandoned the entire game for a whole 2 years. Radio silence. Who does that in a live service game? Redstorm is the development team who's responsible for PvP left and is working on a completely different project, which is Heartland. This basically solidified the fact that PvP is not an importance. And for I don't know how long until now, they haven't had a real expansion to the game. Just manhunts that feel like chores. And now they want to try to make a statement by banning players all of a sudden in their ineptitude regarding the practices in their game and how they present content to this community. A die-hard community at that. I feel they take it for granted. But I'm speaking from a personal perspective. Honestly, they don't really care about it. The only thing they care about are their numbers and the business aspect of it. And that's what they're supposed to do. But when I have opinions about stuff like this, you can't really tell me that, oh, the bans are justified when so many things have been going on that don't justify it in that way. And I've always been passionate about my views when making videos, especially like this. This is my opinion, and I want you to know how I feel. I'm talking to both the devs and the people who comment on my videos. So all I'm saying is be consistent, because let's be honest, the shade levels do not matter in PvE. If they do, please tell me how. And I'm not defending exploiters either. I'm just saying, who cares? If you devs don't care about PvP, which you have evidently shown, then why ban them when it only affects that? It doesn't make that much sense to me. The only thing that makes sense is for you to protect the integrity of your game. But if you're going to do that, then maybe don't go as far as banning people, even in some cases being permabans. Roll them back, reverse what they've done at most. And hold on a second, this is not the only time players have cheated. Come on, they're still doing it. Do you know how many cheaters there are using Cronus Max? Players using invisibility glitches and other rate of fire glitches that have never gotten banned? Band-aids instead. Why didn't this whole ban hammer go down at that time? Again, inconsistency. Listen, I'm not going to keep talking about this, but I felt I had to make it clear to those that didn't hear me in my last video or just commented after listening for 2 minutes. I don't have anything else to say about this. Let me know what you think down below. It's my opinion, so I could care less if you agree with me or not. This is a discussion, and I think talks like this are healthy for a game's evolution because best believe the devs are listening. And for a long-time Division 2 player and content creator, I think that my words hold a little weight at least. That's all I got for you. If this was insightful to you in any way, then like the video. Also subscribe if you're new. I'll catch you in the next one. Be right out.